preseason poll, and USC is number one in that poll. With the returning quarterback, Caleb Williams, they look to be pretty formidable. They have a litany of wide receivers, and this quarterback can escape just about everything, as you can see here. And with this offense that Caleb's leading, he's got Marshawn Lloyd, Austin Jones to lead the running backs. Dorian, Brendan, and Mario is a litany of receivers. And he's got a lot more sitting on the bench. Pretty scary, folks. Your offensive line is very upperclassmen: Tarquin, Quinals, Dedich, Kingston, and Monaheim. Leading this group of ragtag misfits is Lincoln Riley. Next up, we're going there, folks. It's not defeated, but it is defense. Defensive tackles in front for Kion Barr, Jack Sullivan, Dijon Benton, Stanley Tuafofo, Corey Foreman, Earl Barquette, Colin Mobley, Kobe Pepe, Devin Tompkins, and of course Bear Alexander. Here's some of the defensive ends: Jamil Muhammad, Sam Green, Anthony Lucas, Solomon Tulapopo. And now for your linebackers. Got Mason Cobb, Shane Lee, Tackett Curtis, and Eric the Giraffe Gentry. In the secondary, it's going to be pretty loaded as well. You're going to have Jalen Smith. You're going to have Sierra Wright, Damani Jackson, Christian Roland Wallace, Jacoby Covington, Kalen Bullock, Max Williams, and rounding out with Brian Shaw. And the guy in command of all these folks is going to be the one and only Alex Grinch. And I haven't even mentioned the receiving Swiss Army knives. Can kill you from anywhere on the field. These guys are specialists and dangerous in my view. You've got Zachariah Branch, you've got Taj Washington, and you've got Raleek Brown. These guys can kill you from anywhere on the field. These are just some of the reasons that USC is ranked number one. It's strictly their roster. They've got San Jose State at home, they've got Nevada at home, they've got Stanford at home. They get a rest, and then they get to go to Arizona State. They get to go to Colorado, come home on a Friday night more than likely to face Arizona. Then they go up to Notre Dame to face the Fighting Irish, only to come home, face Utah. Go over, play California, come back home to play Washington. And then they go up and play Oregon, and last but not least, crosstown rival at home. It's a pretty brutal schedule down the last six, folks. It's going to be a tough stretch for them. This isn't even bringing up some of the weapons that are going to come in here. And I'm going to introduce you to a great tight end, future NFLer, Deuce Robinson. Look at the composite grades. Makai Lemon and Braylon Shelby. Let's get into a couple transfers I'm interested in. Traquan Fagans and Jack Sullivan. Really going to be interesting to see what kind of impact they have. Very high ceiling. So last year we saw some of the concerns for the USC defense. What have they done? They built line depth with some talent. And that's going to go a long way this year. They brought in Bear Alexander, which is a heck of a get. Kion Bars and Jack Sullivan, and another great get with Anthony Lucas. So that's 4 down linemen, gentlemen. It really showed last year in the trenches. The depth that they had cost them a lot of games. They gave up a lot of points in the second half to a lot of teams. So to go along with all their starters, They have some linebacker depth now that they've added. Mason Cobb, excellent player, probably going to start. And you also brought in Jamil Muhammad. So 2 overall studs. The overall valuation for this team is they are scary talented. When you start looking at this roster, man, you've got Lincoln has restocked the weapons on offense. Grinch has a lot more depth and talent now. The actual offensive line has a lot of experience, and they've built a lot of diverse pieces around everything and have built this team to attack any offense or defense and try to stop any defense and offense that's put on the field. So in short, this is going to be a heck of a year for the USC Trojans, and diving into this roster, folks, they're going to be tough, and I can completely see why they've been ranked number 1. And so with that, the Washington Huskies are on deck for the next video.